Let me tell you the story of myself. A girl who spent all her money on dance, yoga and other fitness classes, but also she always struggled because she felt there was never enough time for her to practice and pursue her passion. But one day I discovered a Shaolin Kung Fu school in China, and it turned out that this place can make my dream come true. I could fully focus on training for 1 year. I didn't need to work, I didn't need to cook or take care of anything from the daily activities I always had to take care of. I just could train. And actually, I'm still here in China, in Qufu Shaolin Kung Fu School, one of the top martial arts schools in China, and it's been more than a year. But let me take you to the past, to the moment that I just arrived to the school, and I was full of excitement and I wanted to change my life, get fit, and finally make my dream come true. But before that, you need to know that it wasn't easy to make this happen. The moment I decided to go to China, I've done nothing but worked and saved money. It took me 10 months till I was able to buy the tickets and fly to Asia. By the way, my dad came with me for the first, I guess it was 3 weeks. He wouldn't miss the opportunity to both check on his daughter's safety and visit one of the most interesting countries in the world. It's always cool to travel with your parent, even if you are not a kid. At that moment, I was 28 years old. Anyway, my first 3 months of Kung Fu training were more than I could imagine. My body was hurting a lot.
I'm tired.
It was really tough, but I was also extremely happy. I was learning so much. I was getting stronger, I had better coordination. I couldn't imagine going back home just after this time. I was craving for more. But even though I was excited about the training, my body was getting exhausted. I had 6 to 7 hours of different martial arts classes a day, 5 days a week, and I had no idea how to properly take care of my body. My diet, looking at it now, was lacking some essential macros and nutrients. Apart from that, it was winter. The training took place outside, which was fine. When you exercise, you get warm. The most difficult part was after the training, when my body was tired and the room was, well, cold. My body really didn't have a chance to recover. Eventually, I got sick. I was vomiting, I was dizzy, and I couldn't eat much. It lasted back and forth for around a month. But thank God, winter has passed and I have started to recover my energy. Regardless of the sickness, the months of training paid off. This is me trying to do kick up in the first month of the training. You can see I am struggling a lot. And also the head flip. And on the right side, you can see I am doing the head flip pretty well. And also the kick up. After a few months, these 2 really difficult jumps became possible, achievable for me. I improved a lot. I was very happy about that. I have also learned 6 different Kung Fu forms, and they were not only fist forms. I learned also a staff form and one of my favorite Kung Fu fan form. And also during this period of time, I have learned 6 different Tai Chi forms. For the next few months, the weather transformed from cold to a 22 Celsius degree. New students arrived and it was not anymore about enduring, it was about enjoying. It is crazy how fast we can forget the harshness of the past when the present is to our liking. And it was to mine. Nothing to worry about, just training, eating and sleeping. This was also the time when I confronted my fear to perform publicly. The school holds every now and then something called grading, which is exactly what it's called. You perform what you've learned and the teachers evaluate your skills. After that, I also had an opportunity to take part in my first martial arts competition.
Ready for the competition? So you are the next one?
No, I am the
And believe it or not, all this was such an important and valuable learning experience. Training is one thing, but being able to confront yourself and show your skills to others really makes a difference in how you train afterwards. It changes the value, purpose, and motivation of your training. And when you win a gold medal in one of the biggest international Shaolin Wushu festivals in the world, which I did in my second year of Kung Fu training, It's just such a satisfaction.
I had an interview. I'm famous now.
But you need to know that my training time wasn't pure happiness and enjoyment. It was full of struggles. All this year, actually years, were such a challenge. They were amazing, but also very, very hard. Harder than I imagined, especially my first year. Firstly, because I have never trained so much and in such a strenuous way. After all, it was training Kung Fu, which, believe me, differs from going to dance classes or yoga. It's definitely more harsh and physically demanding. There is no much space for a slow, conscious movement, apart maybe from Tai Chi and Qigong, which was, let's say, 20% of all the training. Secondly, it was harder than I imagined because I never lived in this kind of conditions, and I mainly mean here the weather. The summer, to my terror, turned out to be just as tough as winter. It oscillated between 30 to 37 Celsius degree. It was extremely humid and hot, and the training kept going. I'm just training alone, and it's so hot and I'm sweating. Don't take me wrong, I wanted to train so badly because every day was a possibility to get closer to my goals. But at some point, I just felt constantly tired. My body feels really strange, weak, flappy. And last 2 days, including this day, today, I felt really bad. I woke up and I didn't want to train. I felt almost dizzy, tired. I was really struggling to motivate myself to train. And I know that it's not so much, it is my body, it's very tired, but it's more my mind and this whole pressure of heat. A lot of training already because it's 9 months. You may ask, was it worth it? And I have a better answer for you than just yes.
I'm very happy today because this is the first time when I could do it like this. And I was practicing this already maybe 2 months or more, almost every day, all my trainings. And yeah, this is a good day. Still a lot of work, but it's a good day.
I want to be honest with you, so I need to make it clear. I haven't achieved all my fitness goals and I didn't get an ideal body after this 1 year. One of the reasons for that was that my goals were not very specified. When I started to train Kung Fu, there were so many things to learn and improve that my list of goals went on and on. And in order to show the results, you really need to prioritize and focus on one thing. As an example, if you want to be slim and lose weight, just training is not enough, especially if you've always had trouble with weight and you love to eat. In that case, you really need to focus on a specific eating habits and nutrition. All this journey till now taught me exactly that, one goal at a time. The other goals won't disappear, but you let them be around without much of an importance. And reaching this one simple goal can take a year or more. You need to be patient and constant. As I come back to the school in the next year and the following years, I started to train less. That was another lesson that I have learned. Training as much as possible, also called overtraining, doesn't equal results, fit body, and health. Quite an opposite. Everything needs to be in balance. If you feel already 1 week exhausted and you keep training, stop. Give the body a break and you will see how much you improve after it. Although the training in the school was always with the masters, this experience actually taught me how to be able to train on my own. I spent hours practicing the form on my own. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't be able to learn them by myself, but after the Shifu's instructions and corrections, it was me and the form on its own. This self-discipline of repeating and repeating the movements is what gives me now the energy to keep going during my own training. I know there are many people out there with similar dreams to mine. You just want to train, get fit and healthy. If you have an opportunity to come to Qufu School in China, I highly recommend it, as it will give you a lifetime experience to afterwards keep your fitness dream alive. However, if it's impossible for you to do that step, it doesn't mean you cannot change your life. You can do it from the comfort of your home. And at odds, I learned it through this experience far away from my home. Nowadays, there are so many online resources that can help you reach your goals. Let me tell you about one of them that I'm sure will interest you. Whether you are into martial arts or you just love fitness and movement, I think there is so much to learn from Shaolin Kung Fu. After all, it has 1,000 years of history. This is why, together with my boyfriend, we spend all our effort to make an arrangement with Qufu Shaolin Kung Fu School and create the most professional and complete Shaolin Kung Fu Basics program that you can find on the internet. And after 8 months of hard work, we've been able to finally release it. The link to this program you can find in the description box below, and if you are interested to buy it, I have a 30% discount code for you. It is I got inspired B. And remember, don't wait too long to make it happen, because this promotional code is valid for a limited period of time. I really hope my story will motivate you to follow your dreams, and if you are on your way to make them happen and it seems like a long journey, don't give up. Keep going, and one day it will pay off. As some say, the path is even more important than the destination. Thank you so much for sticking around, and if you like this video, stay connected, subscribe, and if you would like to train with me, I have my own channel called Train with Basia, where I focus on improving mobility, flexibility, and posture. So check it out.